Okay, so today is the third day of the month of Pisces. And rather than sitting in my chair, I'm going to drag you folks around here while I survey the wreckage of what is yet to be done before I move, before I hail it on to where some of you know I am going. So today I'm going to talk about Pisces and all of these horrible things that people say about my specific sun sign. And one of those things that people say about us that anybody who actually knows me is a blatant, patent lie, or at minimum, missing half of the information. Pisces is said to be weak, whiny, unwilling. What else? Paranoid. Oh, my favorite. Big fat fucking liars. And none of that is the truth. And if it's the truth, it's because whoever, or rather, whichever astrologer online with defensive fun memes is out there letting the world know that they couldn't get around somebody who was a Pisces in their life at one time and who called them out on their shit. We're really good at that one. Believe it. All of my best friends know this. Why? When you need something known, found out about, and you want it to be the truth, oh yeah, you better know. They reach out to me. Hey, Rox, how's about this? Well, what happened? Okay, well, here's what I think. Is usually the conversation. And at the end of it, I don't get, that was so dramatic. I don't know if I can trust you. I hadn't thought of it that way. Oh, okay, well, I'm glad I could help you. Well, you have no idea how much you helped me because I hadn't thought, I did not think at all. So, when we are talking about Pisces as a sign in the sun, we're talking about somebody who sees the entire whole picture right freaking now. In other words, if I tell you, okay, so the reason why your cousin, auntie, sister, mother, whoever, treat you like that is because, number one, that's the way it's always been forever and ever since you guys were small kids. Eh? Number two, when it is a Pisces who is at the center of the attention and they get in there, all colors kicked emotionally. Ever notice how it's everybody else telling us who we are, what we are, how we affected them, and then when we go say something back, they're very good to tell us that's not the truth. You know what? It's not the truth according to your sorry ass. Yeah, I said it, so freaking deal with it, yeah? Pisces is not, as much as you want to believe, as much as you have had it pounded into your heads, Pisces is not a magnificent liar, a magnificent fish storyteller. Because absolutely for sure, and I am speaking for myself and the little tiny fucking school of fish that I know personally, we don't lie. Things that happen to us, seriously, are given to our imagination and how we are going to not only interpret but express those points in our lives that were very meaningful to us, that they're not that meaningful to a lot of people. That's not our problem. It is also not your invitation to go and tell everybody everything we just told you. And if you're testing the waters with those people to see where you stand with them, we are the wrong people to use as your step ladder. We're water, you're going to fall through. Where's the duh? Okay? And I think my favorite ones are the ones who cannot handle our truth. Because our truth, a lot of us, not all of us, my grandfather, I was born on his birthday, that man was fuller of shit than any Christmas turkey. Okay? So I'm not lost on the idea that there are plenty of us who are very unenlightened, who need that attention, who will point blank lie to get it, and then tell you, I did it for this reason. And instead of listening to this reason, you're going with the lie. instead of the pain, instead of calling them out, going, well, you never just say that. And the biggest ones who do it to us are us. We don't want to be lied to. That is, and we are not liars. Okay? A lot of us are not liars. We are the family scapegoat. Hello. Right here. We are the ones who usually are like, we're the ones who step out in bravery. Not knowing what we're doing, not knowing how we're going to end up, never knowing what the hell is going to happen outside of what intuitively, because we are the most intuitive of every sign. No matter who wants to think what. For real. We are that one. Why? We have a little bit of every sign in us. That's why. Also, being the 12th sign and ruling the 12th house, you don't want to fool around with us. Because even though we might not outwardly tell you, you know, you can fuck right off. Okay, I will tell you that. A lot of us won't. But at the end of it all, when you are met with your own karma, naturally it's going to be our name that comes up. And then guess who gets blamed for you having been met with your freaking karma? Tell me I'm wrong, because I know I'm not. How do I know I'm not? There are quite a few of you who have been here, who know what I have had to go through, survive, rebuild from since 2018. Okay? But when I think about it for real, it's actually since 19 freaking what? A long time ago. A long time ago. Okay? And what nobody wants to hear about Pisces is the opposite of what you see in these memes. And when I see other astrology groups only having memes, only reporting to, well, I have a sun this and a that, and I match with that guy, so I don't know how it doesn't work. That's because you didn't listen to the Pisces, whose primary role in life is reading those damn charts so you don't end up stepping on your own ridiculousness. Okay? And yeah, this video is coming from that part of me who's had the very hell enough of people seriously choosing to go with what the group says as opposed to learning from the one who would know the most, an actual Pisces. We are called liars. Oh, well, that's because we have a different way of seeing what is actually going on right now. Most of the time, people can handle the truth. So they call us liars because it's not their truth, when in actuality, the truth they're talking about is what they want to happen. And here we come crashing right through that veil of stupidity going, how are you going to do that? Yeah, we could use a little bit of, work in our delivery. But when you have an evolved Pisces, you need to trust everything we're telling you. Because why? Just based on the words coming out of your face, we already know how this is going to turn out. So if we go tell you, hey, you remember the part you said this? How about you try this? Not our fault if you don't try this. Not our fault if you don't go, well, maybe I can do that. Maybe that job was right. Oh, and by the way, yeah, we are prone to mental illness. Yes, we are. But man, the shit we do with our pupule. You're looking at me right now doing the shit I do with all of this insanity that I was fed my entire whole life. Why? Because my family felt like they were allowed to do that. And to this day, these people still do this, even though I'm not that little girl, that, preteen, that big mouth teenager, that beaten wife, that abandoned daughter. I have been all of those things. And there is not one damn person on this planet who is going to tell me that none of that shaped me into who I am today. All because I'm a Pisces. I have got to be one of the strangest Pisces. And Correct me if I'm not, because I know the ones who are Pisces and in this, in range of my voice right now. You folks going to be the ones first to tell me, oh no, here's my fish story. In fact, tell me your fish stories. I like know your fish story, for real. Put them in the comments. I'm not the only one who has had to her entire life bust all the myths about Pisces, because people are very convinced that we are to be equated with goldfish in a bowl, or more worse, guppies. First of all, you folks, Pisces is not about the fish. That's just the symbol. Pisces is the ocean. You know what is in the ocean? Things in the ocean can, eat you. And I'm all about that. Where you who think this way, whiny, weak, liar, whatever, all these horrible things that you assume about the Pisces. Well, I am here to tell you, as that evolved Pisces, you're wrong. Okay? You don't have to like what I'm saying. You do not have to. You don't have to agree with it. But since I'm a Pisces, it would be lovely if you trust exactly what I say, especially if you yourself are a Pisces and you see yourself losing your mind, failing to this poor me shit. You don't have to do that no more. Okay? You never had to do that. What you need to do, though, for real, look at your chart. Learn about the thing. Figure it out. Because, hear me now, because I am a sinner in the church of my mom and dad did this to me and this, that, and the other. Yes, they did. But it's up to me, because this is my, vessel. It's up to me to do with what they gave to me, whether it was good, bad, whatever. Not all of it was bad. In fact, most of it wasn't bad. But what they did give me, I couldn't do much with, according to what they needled me to believe. And here I am. And I'm not at all, as much as plenty of other Pisces are not at all, what this entire world of people who think they know what they're talking about when it comes to astrology, specifically the signs, and how the signs interact with each other. It's the planets. That is what you get with this Pisces. And all of us are very, very given to the idea that in order to know something, we really have to know it. Just because we're intuitive doesn't mean we're not going to go and look for all of the answers, not because we're not sure of what we are thinking, because we're very sure. I promise we're very sure. We are looking for other people's answers that match ours for no other reason than that we know we are right and we need confirmation. Don't ever doubt a Pisces and their intuition. Why? Because some of us were born the same, the same way Edgar Casey. I'm one of them. Pisces moon, or Pisces sun, Taurus moon. What you going to do? Argue with me? Go. Does it change anything about the truth of an actual Pisces and one that you know? Probably not. Now, I've been screaming my head off for plenty of time. Learn your chart, learn your chart, learn your chart. Why? Well, because if you're a Pisces and you don't know your chart and you're interested in all these kind of things that I teach, all you know is what people post in terms of Pisces being weak, Pisces being, whiny. If you know and could live through half the shit this Pisces went through, you would whine your ass off too. Okay? So, today's video was to show you the actuality of what is a Pisces. Now, I don't know any of, what you guys think of me for real. Okay, some of you I do, but this is the face of a Pisces. This is how we end up being if we have been willing to do the work on ourselves, not get offended at everything anybody says, at least, not always. Take a step back, replay those things in our head that they said, then watch ourselves and find out, were they true or is it just the way that it's hitting them? Most of the time, it's half-half. Why? Because we are also not very clear. which lends to the reason why people think Pisces are liars is the mystical freaking language. Knock it off. Knock it off. Why? Because that piece of shit out there is a 98 Honda. It is what it is. But plenty of people want to dress it up as something. It's the answer to your prayer. Yeah, but I wasn't praying for a car. I was praying that my son would be okay. And he is obviously okay enough to have handed me a car. I am obviously okay enough to hand that car to my daughter, because why? I cannot take that car with me where I'm going. I can, I don't want to. So there's always going to be a reason why a Pisces does like a Pisces does. We are not always lying. If you see us crying, oh, it took us a while to get there. You can bet your okole. Okay? It took us a very long fucking time to get there to those tears. And usually those tears don't show up until we're good and pissed off. Okay? So there's strike number 2 against your assumption about what a Pisces is and why we're always crying. It's so that we don't shank your ass. Pretty much. And why am I like this in this specific video? So that you see the truth of what is an actual Pisces in action. So, leave me some comments, especially if you're a sun sign Pisces. Oh, hell yeah, if you got sun in 8th house and are a Pisces. I'll be back. Hopefully this thing uploads, before tomorrow. I'll be back.